And now you can see the Backseat Mogul Show in all its video glory on our YouTube page at roughedge.tv. It's tiki time at Harbor Cove Cafe. Dive into the tropical paradise at the end of Spinnaker Drive in Ventura with vibrant drinks, delicious bites, award-winning fish and chips, and more. Now featuring extended hours and happy hour. Fridays from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday and Sunday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Harbor Cove Cafe, the hidden treasure at the end of Spinnaker Drive. Visit harborcovecafe.net for more information.
Showbiz is a cruel and shallow money trench, a long plastic hallway where thieves and pimps run free and good men die like dogs for no good reason. There's also a bad side.
Caught up on it.
Oh, hey, something weird's going on here today, but this is the Backseat Mogul Show live here on Rough Edge FM. I don't think we played the entire intro, but we're here now. That's all that really matters.
Blame me.
It is John's fault.
See, there you go.
But yeah, so we talk about showbiz and other stuff today, and we got all kinds of stuff to talk about. We're going to start with some news because there's some news that...
Aren't we going to do the good morning first? Like we always do.
Are you producing the show now?
Okay,
I thought so. So there is some potentially exciting news about, well, we do need to give our names. I am R. Scott Bolton, I'm the Backseat Mogul. That's JohnyD.
Hello.
And that's Jeff Genet. Are you happy now?
Okay, but I thought he flipped them off.
No, that was for you.
Flipped them off.
Well, I saw your hands come up, and
I only flip off on 127. I don't flip off. This is a family show.
I passed 2 school buses on my way here yesterday. It was about...
Did it hurt?
Quarter to 3. You've heard of dad jokes? Johnny tells
Did I flip you off?
Granddad jokes. No.
Okay.
But I was looking to see if you were driving one of the buses, but I didn't.
3 o'clock? No, I usually drive down this way 5:55, 6 o'clock, and then I make my way around. My route is up in the orchards from 3 to 2 to 3:30.
Okay, that's probably wasn't one of you then. Because I was I just drove by and I thought, oh, there's school buses. Oh, I wonder if Jeff's in one of them. Oh, I can't see.
Yeah.
And so
when it does get dark though, I'm honking and I'm yelling at people and stuff. Like as soon as time change happened, everybody's running my stop sign. I almost got hit like 3 times this week.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yep.
What people just don't slow down for anything.
Nope.
And they will always blame you.
Well, in your case, that's
some guy ran a red light as I was turning out of the school, laid on his horn, and I was like,
"Oh, was that you?
You ran a red light, dummy."
Yeah, that's the thing that just drives me nuts.
Yeah.
I was making a delivery last week before, and this woman in a big, long, dark colored SUV. She cuts me off, gets in front of me. Okay, fine. So I go around her and I get up. There's a couple car lengths in between us, so I get back in the same lane I was in. She goes real fast, goes and cuts me off again. And
she's trying to teach you a lesson.
I didn't do anything wrong.
I've driven with you. You probably did.
No, seriously, I did not do anything wrong, especially over by the government center.
That's true.
So I go back around her. I roll down my window because we come to a stoplight, and I say, "What's wrong with you?" And she started blaming me. Said I cut her off.
Did you punch her?
No, she would have hurt me.
That's probably true. Can we get off traffic and talk about showbiz?
Well, that would have been entertainment if she did.
That'd be a whole different story. Oh yeah, we'd be doing this live from the jail. JohnyD's in jail back here.
I have been in jail before.
So we're going to talk about the Mummy movies here in a second because there's some There's some news about the Mummy movies, but I'll let Jeff talk about that. But I am very excited about this. Ryan Reynolds is going to remake Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.
Ooh.
And that sounds like a very interesting project for him. I've been wondering what he was going to do because I don't know that Deadpool's coming back. I got a feeling that they're waiting too long to let the heat drop off it. And Reynolds has already told him he's not going to be in the Avenger movies. So what's going on with Deadpool? I don't know. So this is kind of exciting though. Thunderbolt and Lightfoot was a movie that starred Jeff Bridges and Clint Eastwood. Now, is that the movie they shot at that little church?
Yep.
Out there in Montalvo?
Had historical status?
Not Montalvo, in
Sataquai.
Sataquai, yes. Yeah, there was a little church there, and there's the final scene of that movie is shot at that church.
The one that burned down?
The one that burned down, that's the one, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Mysteriously burned down.
Yeah.
Because that church had historical status. The guy wanted to sell the land to develop it, and he's, nope, can't do it. And it mysteriously burned down.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, they're developing the land.
See, I don't understand that. What is it? A church is what? It's God's house, right? Why would God let somebody burn down his house? Why wouldn't, hey, don't burn down my house, go burn down this house? That's always puzzled me. Like,
well, when I get up there, I'll ask you.
Tomorrow?
Wait, what?
He's going to the Y tomorrow. Got it.
Lee Tamahori has died. He was the director of Along Came a Spider and Die Another Day. Not a big fan of Die Another Day. I think that Pierce Brosnan got the wrong end of that deal. He was one of the best James Bonds out there, but you know my feeling. I think all the James Bonds are equal. But he was a great James Bond, but he just didn't get the good scripts. It was too bad. There's moments in Die Another Day with Michelle Yeoh that make it worth watching, but
he looks like
Lee Tamahori to me.
No, the guy from Apple, the co-creator of Apple.
Whoa,
what is that?
Look at that. That's awesome.
We're talking about the mouse. When I move it off the news page, it turns into a smiley face.
Several.
I'm scared.
Oh, that must be the Flash smiley face. Has a Doppler effect.
I don't want to get flushed.
Oh, gotcha.
But anyway, no, that Lee, go back up. Lee
Tamahori.
Yeah. The guy who, the big
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. That I looked up and I thought that was Steve Jobs.
That would
Apparently
really be a miracle.
Yeah.
He died twice.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, that was the news there. Predator seems like it's doing very well at the box office. It's Predator Badlands, and we'll talk more with Jeff about that here down the line. And what else do we got? Yeah, that's all I got. So let's talk about the Mummy movies. Now, were you a fan of the original Mummy movies, Jeff?
The ones from the 1940s or whatever?
Oh, that's a good point. Let's start there. Yeah.
I've seen the first one from those. I haven't seen any of the others.
Boris Karloff.
And I liked it a lot. But I grew up with the Brendan Fraser ones.
Yes. Those were the ones that were the big hits. And
they were good.
I watched those at least once a year. Just the first two. I'm not talking Scorpion King or Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. But the first two, Mummy and Mummy Returns, those are perfect films in my opinion. And they're never going to top that.
They're going to try, apparently, but we'll see what they do. I was at a party once for the video release of the Mummy movies. I don't remember particular which one it was, but it was one of the Mummy movies. Mm. And Arnold Vosloo was there. He's the guy who plays the Mummy in those movies.
Oh, okay.
And they were asking him, aren't you afraid of being typecast? Aren't you afraid of, because you're always playing the villain and here you are in these big hits and you're known as the Mummy. Mm-hmm. And he goes, are you kidding? I love the Mummy. I'll play the Mummy till the day I die. One of those guys was like, yeah, I'm going to ride this like Vincent Price. I'm going to ride this ride as long as I can ride it and do it. So I don't know if he's involved in it or not. But anyway, we have a remake news.
Well, actually, to jump off the Brendan Fraser Mummy, they are making a Brendan Fraser film with Rachel Weisz, right? That's her name? And Brendan Fraser, they're coming back. And then whoever played the brother, I forget his name. The three of them are coming back, and they're making a fourth Mummy film. There's a script in the works. They announced the directors. There's two directors on it. I don't remember who they were. But apparently it's in the works and it's going to take place in South America, I believe. It's not the Lee Cronin one. That one we're going to talk about.
Okay.
The
Mummy 4?
I guess.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, so this is from what I've heard, it's going to take place in South America. It's kind of picking up from where that joke at the end of Tomb of the Dragon Emperor where they're driving off and the brother's like, oh, let's go to like Peru. There's no mummies in Peru or whatever. And then the title card comes up and he's like, they did find out that there are mummies in Peru. And then it goes to credits. But I'm like, oh, okay, well, they're going to pick up from that. So apparently that's what we're doing. So I'm looking
okay, so there's 2 listed here. There's the Mummy reboot.
Yes.
And then there's the Mummy 4. So
Yes.
which one are you talking about?
I'm talking about the Mummy 4, which sounds exciting because it has Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz, and it's continuing off the 50% or 60% good mummy movies, right?
Big box office on all of them, though. That's
so hopefully that'll be good. Not like Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, which had its little moments, I guess, but it's a tough get through. But the
Lee Cronin one. Now that's
the one that there's been news coming out from that I saw this week because they announced that the 2 actors are coming back for Mummy 4, but they also announced that they did some screen tests for the Lee Cronin Mummy, which is produced by Blumhouse. And let me read those to you real quick.
it's the cast members listed here are Jack Rayner and Liam Costa.
So this is the plot. After his missing daughter mysteriously returns 8 years later, a father discovers she carries the spirit of an ancient Egyptian mummy. And as the evil spreads to his other child, he must perform a deadly ritual to save them, even if it means becoming the monster himself. Ooh.
You're not convinced on that one.
No.
Is it now? Do you think he's going to go hardcore gore and stuff like he did with Evil Dead Rise?
Well, here's the notes from the let's see. It says Lee Cronin's The Mummy might be retitled to The Resurrected after negative test screenings.
Oh,
So these are the notes. It's a full-on ripoff of Evil Dead Rise and Pet Sematary. Note 1. Note 2, it fails to be a mummy movie. The wrappings around the girl is fused to her skin. The mummy girl is very similar to a deadite where she is saying a lot of vulgar things. The first half of the film takes place in Egypt, and the second half takes place in Mexico. Tone is all over the place, a lot of slapstick humor, odd dialogue, performances are okay. Don't care about the family. The ending leaves you with questions, and overall, it is barely a mummy movie.
so it sounds like Lee Cronin made a sequel to Evil Dead Rises, but just threw a mummy thing in there to get the attention of the.
Yeah. But
Or the studio gave money to make a mummy movie, and this is what I made.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out. Okay, we all know how a mummy walks. He drags one leg with the wrappings.
Well, I don't think that's true of all of them, but that particular one, yes.
yeah. So how did
Another
that
one's got
mummy-
toilet paper hanging off the back.
yeah. How did that mummy get from Egypt to Mexico?
Very slowly. That's why it took so long for the
Yeah,
remake.
but you would
Airplane.
think when he dragged that leg into the water, he would have crumbled
Airplane
where the fish were.
with Tom Cruise. Remember that? Where there's no sound.
Was he the pilot?
I don't know.
I like that scene. I really did like that scene. The planes.
Yeah, there were definitely good parts,
I gotta see
To
that,
that
movie
movie?
again.
but yeah.
I know this is completely off topic here, but that was one of my favorite scenes from, I think it was Land of the Dead, the George Romero sequel to the Living Dead movies, one of the many that he did. But when the zombies come to the river and the people in the city on the other side think they're safe because mummies can't swim.
And then they
So they just walk across the bottom because they don't have to breathe or anything. They just walk across the bottom. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
One of my favorite mummy movies, not my favorite, but one of my favorites, Bubba Hotep.
Bubba Hotep
That's a good
is
one.
that, and that's a mummy movie. That is a mummy movie, and I got free booze for that because of that. I was wearing my Bubba Hotep shirt, which I don't wear anymore because I'm afraid I'm going to spill something on it and ruin it. And we were in Las Vegas, and they were handing out these little tiny bottles of vodka. and there's a line you had to walk up and get your little tiny bottle of vodka. Well, I walk up and the guy goes, Bubba Hotep, that's my favorite movie. Here, you take a big bottle. Full-size bottle. I was like, oh, cool, man.
That's
So,
funny.
I also have the Bubba Hotep box set, which is Elvis's frilly shirt.
Uh-huh.
And it's DVDs inside of it. You know, you open up the shirt to get to the DVD.
Uh-huh.
It's really cool. So I do a Bubba Hotep. I just you tell people that story and they laugh at you like you're making it up, but you're not.
Yeah.
It's Elvis Presley. I'll tell the audience now. Elvis Presley and JFK are what do you call this? A care home?
Yeah, an old folks home.
Yeah, and they're there because that's where they are in their stage of their lives. And their friends at the home start to die, and they realize it's because there's a mummy who lives up in the mountains and comes down and kills them occasionally.
Yeah, and the mummy's dressed like a cowboy.
That's
Elvis is actually Elvis, but nobody believes him because he's a crazy old person. And then JFK is this black dude in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
They changed the color of his skin so people would realize it was him.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a great movie.
It is very good.
Yeah, see, they're not going to top that either.
Yeah.
They kept talking about Bubba Hotep 2, and I'm like,
I hope not.
don't do it because you struck lightning once. Just keep it that way.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think that's to this day Bruce Campbell's best performance, because there's scenes in there where Elvis is thinking back about who he left behind and everything to escape the glamour and the lights, and it breaks your heart.
Yeah.
It's really well done and really well written. And then, like I said, I think it's still Bruce Campbell's best performance. So go see Bubba Hotep, especially if you're a Bruce Campbell fan or a Don Coscarelli is the director, right?
Sure.
Yes, he did the Phantasm movies.
Oh, okay.
If you really like Bruce Campbell, get hold of the Briscoe County Jr. TV series.
Why?
Because it was fun to watch.
Yeah, but Bruce Campbell's not in that.
Yes, he is.
I know.
I had to stop. It took me a second. Yes, he is.
Yeah. So you saw. We're going to talk about Predator next. Did I skip something? Did I miss something?
No, we were talking about Mummy.
Yeah. Okay. So you did see Predator though.
Yes.
Predator Badlands. You always got to add that because there's like 14 Predator movies now, right?
Yeah, they released 2 this year.
Yeah. Impressive.
Yeah.
So I've heard good things about this movie. It looks about 86% on Rotten Tomatoes. My buddy went to see it, Devin from the anime show, and he loved it. It's doing pretty well at the box office, as we said earlier. Give us some of your thoughts. By the way, I've also heard it's the second worst Predator movie out. So keep that in mind as well.
Second worst?
That's one guy's opinion. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I enjoyed it. I don't know where I'd place it just yet. I think my friend and I were talking about it last night. I'm like, I think 3 or 4 is where I'd place it. Because I mean, Prey's at the top. And then you got Killer of Killers, which is pretty good. Like if you got to count AVP, I have a soft spot for Alien versus Predator, the first one. I don't know if you guys ever saw the 2017 Predator. That goofy.
Was that Adrian Brody?
Movie. No, that wasn't the Adrian Brody one. That was the one where they're
Is that the one where they go in space?
That would sum it
up. No,
I get Predator and Alien.
It was the really comedic one, and it had the giant predator that had like all the mutations, and he's after the autistic kid the whole time.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, I remember that, but not well. So
Yeah.
that tells you something.
Yeah, like that one. I just had to shut my brain off and like, this is a comedy. This isn't a thing. But like,
Wow.
Anyways, this one, Predator Badlands, was good. I enjoyed it. It was like goofy. It was like funnier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be
funny,
like more serious.
Intentionally funny or unintentionally funny?
Yeah, like there's comedy thrown in there. Like it's it's like a lighthearted kind of standard
like
action flick. Not that kind of funny.
I mean,
I got a sense of that from the trailer.
Yeah.
Because the person who shows up to assist him, and just from the trailer. So seem to have that kind of a sense of humor, almost like a Schwarzenegger kind of sense of humor.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of that, which is a little like it was different from what I expected because like Prey was so serious,
Yes.
Killer of Killers was serious, and like, you know, you kind of have this tone of like the Predator movies being these serious like action films, but this one was definitely more lighthearted. It was really interesting taking it to the point of the Predator as opposed to like, oh, he's hunting other people or whatever and like trying to survive the Predator. This is like the complete opposite, and getting a look into like Predator culture, and well, specifically like that clan, the Yautja or whatever it is. Like at first it was kind of like, okay, you got to kind of get me into this, but then by the end I was like, oh, this is great, this is fun. Yeah, it was a good action flick.
Cool.
So, I do have questions as to where they're going with the series though, because I don't know, did you see Killer of Killers?
Yes.
Okay, the ending of that sets up all this stuff.
Yeah.
The ending of this one sets up all this stuff. And if you think about back to Prey, did you ever watch Prey?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay. The ending of that sets up all this stuff. And it's like this could go into 3 different directions. Like, are they building to something together, or are they just going to go in these 3 different like ways and tell these 3 different stories, or what are they doing with it?
They'll do whatever Dan Trachtenberg wants to do, because he's like apparently taken over that series, that franchise.
Yeah.
And they're very happy with it. So
yeah, no, and he's doing good. So I mean, because like the Alien and Predator movies did not have a good track record.
No.
So
yeah, it's too bad. And I like I was telling John, I always get the Alien and Predators movies mixed up, because they do meld together and then they have their separate things and then they're merged again. And so sometimes I'll be talking about Predator, but a mean alien. It's strange how that kind of works together.
Wasn't there, I don't know why I'm thinking this, a Predator versus Jason movie?
No, but there should be.
Freddy versus Jason.
Oh,
Krueger.
I could have swore there was a Predator versus Jason. Which is
there probably was on like Saturday Night Live or something.
But there was Predator versus Alien.
There was 2 of them. We don't talk about the second one though.
No,
which was the film with Adrian Brody? Because Adrian Brody is one of my favorite actors ever.
That was Predator from like 2012.
I didn't like that. Didn't love that movie.
Like
is that the one where
Yeah.
they got all these people and put them on this planet, and they had to?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Had Danny Trejo, Lawrence Fishburne,
See, look at that.
Topher Grace was in it, but he played the bad guy and it just didn't work. I think he played the bad guy in that.
And the only thing I've seen him in that worked was that 70s show.
No, he's pretty good in some things.
Yeah, Adrian Brody.
Yeah, Adrian Brody. Yeah, he's like I said, one of my favorites. That's the only reason I drugged John to watch The Brutalist.
Oh God.
Because Adrian Brody, who was perfect in it.
Yeah, he was. And Guy Pearce was great.
Yeah, he was.
But for me, there's too many holes in it. And it's like, okay, wait a minute. You're building this up, and then all of a sudden this character disappears. What the?
Literally walks off screen and you never hear from him again. Never know what happened.
It's almost like, did they cut those scenes and forget about it?
I think that, and we got to get off this because I don't know how we ended up in The Brutalist anyway. I think that filmmaker loves the idea of letting the audience tell their own story. And I despise that. I don't want to, I mean, sometimes it's okay, but when there's as many holes as there is in that, because there was a dozen plot lines that just didn't resolve. Like, you don't do that. I mean, I love the ending of The Sopranos. I think it's one of the greatest endings of all time.
That was great.
But not to that degree, like they did in The Brutalist. Plus, it's an ugly movie. It doesn't help either. Beautiful movie, cinematography wise, but ugly movie story wise. So you would, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Predator? Badlands. I got it. Predator Badlands.
Dun, 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 dun.
He's doing the math.
Anywhere between a 7.8 and an 8.2.
Okay. That's pretty specific.
I feel like that's a good spot for it.
Okay. That works for me.
Yeah.
Prey, is that the series?
No,
No, it was
What is the Predator TV series?
that was
Or streaming series?
no, there's an Alien TV series. You're doing it too.
the Alien Earth.
It's
Yeah.
Alien Earth,
Oh,
which
okay.
was,
Which we really wanted to be great
Yeah.
and really wasn't great.
I'd say that's like a 3.8 to a 4.0.
Yeah, that was so disappointing when it's over. You're going, okay, you got 9 minutes to resolve all this. Oh, no, we don't. We're going to do another season. But they don't know if they are.
Yeah.
Because it's so costly. So anyway, we'll move on from there. What else did you see this week? Anything interesting?
Nope, that was the only thing I was able to see this week.
Really?
I was super busy.
You must be
week.
jonesing.
No, I'm Jeffing.
Jonesing. Like, you've heard that term, right?
Nope.
When you're addicted to something and you get a craving for it, you're jonesing.
Yeah, I'm jonesing to watch movies, but I don't have time for it.
Yeah, life gets in the way. It sucks.
Yeah. I hate having a job.
I remember that. I hated having a job too. Johnny, what'd you watch? Anything good?
Yes.
All right, moving on.
Okay, wait a minute. What? Wait.
Yeah.
Or is it? Wait, what?
It's your line. You should know it.
You're confusing me now. I gotta use your line.
We talked about it last week, so I had to watch it, and that's Bone Tomahawk. That's such a good movie. Very good movie. There are some surprises in it, which I'm not going to, spoiler, I'm not going to say anything about it. But I watched it on, I think it was Pluto. No, not Pluto. It was either Tubi or Prime Video. I can't remember which one it was. And but I recommend this movie.
Yeah,
especially if you're a Kurt Russell fan.
And if you're a brave movie watcher, because there's some intense sequences in there that are, famous, brutal. Literally famous because they're so brutal. Yeah. I liked it too. I like a good Western, and unfortunately there's not a lot of great Westerns, especially these days. And I will talk about one that I saw this week that I'm going to beg you both not to watch. Please, for the love of God, don't watch it. But we'll get to that shortly. But yeah, I thought Bone Tomahawk was great. The cinematography is spectacular in it. Kurt Russell, anything Kurt Russell is in, I just go to. There's rumors that John Carpenter and Kurt Russell are doing The Thing too. I hope it's not true, because they've already tried to continue the Thing franchise. Didn't work. And I don't want those two to screw up the legacy of The Thing. It's one of the greatest horror movies ever made.
Mm-hmm. The original black and white one from the 50s was a good movie.
Yes, it was. But you can't match the carrot in that movie with the special effects in the new movie.
Right.
The monster did look like a carrot.
the Kurt Russell one was fantastic.
It's art. It really is. Yeah.
Did you ever see the original?
I did. Yeah.
You knew who the monster was?
A guy in a suit.
Yeah. He's right. He got you there. Ask him the next question. Do you know who James Arness is?
No.
See, you got to start there, John. You got to remember.
Okay.
We're very old.
Arness is?
No.
Okay. The TV series Gunsmoke. He played Sheriff Marshall Matt Dillon.
Okay.
That's what's weird about him playing a monster after Gunsmoke. Yeah.
Anyway, he played
the vegetable monster.
It looked like a carrot, John.
I thought it was a vegetable.
Yeah, it may very well have been. Yeah.
I remember that being when I watched it, I was like, because they were growing stuff in the.
Well, they found the guy's spaceship buried in the ice.
But he worked like a vegetable. It was either he was a vegetable or like his composition was like a vegetable, and that's how they defeated him or something. I don't really remember.
I don't either. I just remember thinking that it looked like a carrot. It must have been an early evolution of him or something, because we're looking at the picture right now. He looks like a pro wrestler.
To me, he looks like Boris Karloff is a pro wrestler.
Well, he's got that makeup on. It's very similar to Frankenstein. Yeah. So anyway,
you get into that argument too of like, oh, the originals are always better. No, the John Carpenter's The Thing is, that's one of the greatest horror movies of all time. So.
It really is. Yes. I remember seeing that for the first time at the theater and laughing out loud, and probably too long, when that guy's head falls off, sprouts spider legs, and goes crawling across the floor. And one of the characters goes, "You gotta be effing kidding me." Mm-hmm. And I just, God, it was so perfect. It was just terrific. So I don't think they can catch that lightning again. Yeah. I think leave it alone. Don't do a sequel. Do a Snake Plissken movie. Yeah. I'll sign up for a Snake Plissken movie, but I don't want to, I don't ruin the thing. So the only thing is there was also talk, there's always talk though, about a Snake Plissken movie. And my understanding was it was going to be the trilogy they wanted to make was going to be Escape from New York, Escape from LA and Escape from Space. I thought, oh, Snake Plissken in space. That's good. But now the movie they're talking about is Escape from Chicago.
Mhm.
Like, not quite as.
Everybody wants to escape from Chicago.
That's probably true, but that doesn't make a good Snake Plissken movie, you know? God, I love Snake Plissken. I can't believe that
He's a
character.
good character.
They need to have a series of books. You know, somebody call me. I'll write Snake Plissken books. I would. The character's just great. He's so just ornery and mean, but has more good in him than most of the people he works for. he's great. So anything else you saw?
Just whatever, some of the new TV shows, the new season of the different networks. So
sucks that High Potential is not going to be on until February.
Well, what else sucks? Well, that's on ABC, and The Rookie and Will Trent won't be on TV until January.
Yeah.
So, and I thought
you're going to have to find a job.
Oh, I have one.
I know.
I think. Not sure now. Now, well, maybe yeah. Now that I got my
this
my
man's bringing your food, folks.
No, last week, I went shopping, went out to my car, put my phone on top of the car, loaded the groceries into the car, got in the car, drove from Winco all the way over to my credit union, which is what, 2 miles, would you say? Or
it's shorter than the story.
Well, yeah. And I parked, and it dawned on me, my phone. I had left my phone on top of the car, and I retraced all my steps, or miles, to trying to find the phone. And I only hope that when I got on the freeway, it fell off and got run over and destroyed.
Okay.
So
good talk.
Yeah. But I have my new phone. So
I drove off with my phone on the roof once, and I realized that when I was about 10 minutes away, what is my phone? Oh, because I stupidly did the same thing you did. And I raced back, and the phone was still in the street, laying there because it was a Saturday. And it was at work, industrial area, so nobody was there. Had a couple of scratches on it, but it was fine. So I hate that though, because it's probably when I blew up my truck when I was racing back to get there before somebody ran it over. But
yeah, one of the guys I know over at the YMCA, he rides a motorcycle, and he said something similar happened to him, but he has a magnet in his phone, and as he drove away, it slid down and stuck to his rear fender.
That's lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I've always been hesitant about putting a magnet in my phone because I didn't want it to mess up the phone.
There's a magnet in my phone. It's a magnet.
Oh.
You got an iPhone?
Nope.
You don't have an iPhone? No.
Nope.
So
the iPhone's got a magnet in the back already. So,
and I do have those
thought you
air
did have
tags.
one.
I'm going to put one in this,
that's probably a good idea.
and I also
You lost your phone once, and you're going to go all these extremes. Have been
well, right now, if someone wants to get into my phone, they need to know my code.
5595.
Now
What
I
is
need to
1, 2, 3,
change it, and
It's
they'll have to cut one of my fingers off,
oh,
or maybe it's my toe. One of my toes.
don't make it sound like fun, John.
It might be fun for me, especially if it happens at the Y.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that could happen at the Y, from what I understand.
I told you what I have coming up.
You did.
Okay,
He gets to use his vampire blood for the first time. What day is that?
I'm not going to. Well, I'll tell you off.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because
Well, I got something else coming up this month too.
of course you do.
Oh yeah.
John is a thespian. Okay. So the movie that I'm going to beg you guys not to watch, please don't watch it. You're going to want to, don't do it. It's called Gunslingers. I watched it because Nicolas Cage is in it. I'll watch anything Nicolas Cage is in because he's kind of magic. I wish I hadn't watched this one though. So Gunslingers is a Western, and it starts out with, I'm spoiling the crap out of this for you folks, because I don't want anybody to see this movie. They're robbing the Rockefellers and the Rockefellers' house. Things go awry. One guy accidentally shoots a Rockefeller. One of the Rockefeller's guards shoots him, but I guess because he's at such close proximity that his clothes light on fire and he burns up.
Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, he gets shot, and so he burns up. So
Okay.
one of the other guy escapes. He just runs, and he ends up in this town called, oh God, Redemption. Of course, the town's called Redemption, right? Come on. And these people there decide they're going to help him. So they dig a fake grave and put a tombstone on it. And then just to make sure that, if they were dug up, they put a dead wolf in there. So, the dead wolf is in his grave. Well, sure enough, things are going nice in Redemption. And then the people come after him. They know he's there because one of them is his brother, the guy who got burned up. He's got an eye patch on now. He's got scars all over his face. And he wants to bring his brother back to justice. But they tell him, oh, your brother's dead. Sorry. So he goes and digs up the grave and he finds a wolf and he says, no, it's not my brother. Well, really? That worked out well, didn't it? From that point on, it's just gunfight after gunfight. Stupid gunfights, too. They try to build some characters. The cast is really good. I'll pull up the cast here for you because I was stunned that these people are in this movie that is so, the budget couldn't have been 30 grand. It was the special effects, the gunshots and the gun wounds.
Oh, that's it.
They are all like what you were talking about, the iPhone effects.
Mm-hmm.
Like the guy's on fire. It's obviously fire that's on top of him and animated, I just, and the worst thing about this, and I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, is Nicolas Cage's performance. Nicolas Cage, he sounds like Louis Armstrong. Hey, what you doing over there? And there's one part, oh my God, sadly, I was watching it with my wife. They're going to hang his 3 friends. And at the last minute, the trap door drops, they're hanging, and Nicolas Cage runs under the thing and he's trying to push the trap door back up so they don't choke, right? And the whole time he's going, and I'm not exaggerating this, Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me. You're going, Jesus, help me, let me stop watching this movie. It is terrible. And it's got a whopping 6% on Rotten Tomatoes. But again, look at this cast. It's got Stephen Dorff as the star, Heather Graham, Nicolas Cage, and then these other people who, once you see them, you'll know them. Costas Mandalore's in it. It's just so bad. I don't even know how to describe it, but anyway, it's Gunslingers. It's on Netflix right now. And good luck. Just please don't watch it, guys. I'm begging you.
Nicolas Cage is not.
Help me, Jesus.
So he's not the star, the main actor.
He's one of the main actors. At first, I thought it was going to be one of those movies where they put him on the box and he's got a cameo, but he shows up and he's got. But what is with that performance? I just don't. I should have taken a clip, but I probably couldn't use it anyway because he's an old gunfighter who's given up the guns because he's found the Lord. And to prove it,
seen that before.
Yeah, exactly. And to prove it, he's wearing glasses all the way through the movie, and you can't really tell here. The lenses are shaped like crosses.
Okay.
And again, help me, Jesus, help me. I almost wonder if Nicolas Cage was, what can I get away with here? What will they let me do because I'm Nicolas Cage?
That might be worth watching simply.
No,
because of Nicolas Cage.
It's not. I'm telling you, it's just god awful. And Jeff, you just roll your eyes at the effects. The blood is like when they get hit, it's obviously a CGI hit. Mm-hmm. And not no squib. They couldn't afford squibs for this apparently. And then they just go over and just pour like a gallon of blood on somebody, and it's this real bright red fake look. It's terrible.
I would think that a squib would be cheaper than computer generated.
They use the iPhone. There's apps. Jeff will back me up on this. There's apps on the iPhone where you can do gunshots, you can do gun hits.
Yeah, I've got folders upon.
So that's
folders.
not cheaper than a squib. That's.
I understand what you're saying there, but when they say, "Well, we had so much CGI and that was a huge part of our budget," wait a minute. You just told me that CGI, you can do it with your Apple phone. So why is it so expensive to do CGI on some of these stuff?
Because have you seen the difference between the iPhone version and the expensive version?
No.
Yeah.
It's a big difference.
Yeah, there's free effects that you can just place over and then call it a day. And it's like, well, this is the downloads I have. Or, you can actually make the special effects yourself in the CG. That's where the expensive stuff comes from.
Yeah. And anyway, don't watch that.
It's funny. I watched an early episode of NCIS, one of the ones with Mark Harmon, and it's a scene where they've got this guy. He's a computer geek genius type guy, and he falls into with some bad guys. Well, they arrest him, and to get him to talk, because he's not going to give out any names, they have him convinced that they're taking him to Guantanamo. And so they get on a plane. They drug him to knock him out. When he wakes up, he's in a jail cell, and he thinks he's in Guantanamo.
That's some Mission Impossible stuff there.
And it's so funny. And some of the people that he had ratted on before, who he'd worked with, got arrested, and they're at the same prison. Well, they fake a jailbreak, and they think that this guy is coming to kill the guy, or at least that's what he thinks. Well, they shoot the character who plays DiNozzo, and after everything's all said and done, they find out, he gives up the information, and they say, "Oh, okay." So DiNozzo's character, or the character DiNozzo, he gets up and says, "Oh, those squibs really hurt," and that's what I'm getting at. We're talking about squibs. So it was actually a good episode.
Well, they obviously stole it from Mission Impossible. It sounds almost verbatim from the Mission Impossible movie. Remember that, with the guy setting off the nukes?
Yeah.
You don't remember that?
Yeah, I do. It was the last one.
No.
I thought that was the last
It
one.
was like third to last.
Yeah.
That's the one where he had the big box that was in the cave. I thought that was the last one.
No, that's not the last one. You're way behind in Mission Impossible.
No, we're talking about when they kidnapped the guy and then they put him in the hospital bed and they played the news clip on TV to make it look like his nukes went off. And then he gives all the info, and then they're like, "Okay, that's what we needed."
That's the last one?
No, that wasn't the last one. That was like 3 or 4 ago.
I don't remember that episode. Or that.
Oh yeah, go back and watch them all from the beginning. They're all worth it. There's not a bad. There's some lesser ones, but not a bad movie in the bunch.
That's not the one with what was a great actor, and he ended up killing himself. Oh, he OD'd.
Well, that was a good one. Seymour Philip-Hoffman.
Yes, yeah,
that was a good one.
He was a really good actor.
Yeah,
he's not that one.
I don't think so. Yeah, you need to brush up on your Mission Impossible.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I watched all the movies before that last one came out, and I was glad I did. I enjoyed all of them.
Oh, to get off track here, if you guys are fans of Laurel and Hardy,
sure, yeah,
okay, because I have a collection of Laurel and Hardy stuff.
Oh, I'd like to see that.
As a matter of fact, hopefully I can download my new list so I can get it printed up for next week.
You know what sucks about buying DVD movies? I was thrilled the other day because I found Shogun Assassin 2. I didn't know there was a Shogun Assassin 2. And hidden within the Shogun Assassin 2 case, behind the Shogun Assassin 2 disc, was Shogun Assassin 3. Oh, I got Shogun Assassin 1, 2, and 3 for the price of one. It's cool, So I come home and I'm telling Josh, and I'm all proud of myself. Oh, look, I got Shogun Assassin. He goes, hang on a sec. He goes in the house, comes back a little bit later. He's got a box set on Blu-ray of the whole damn series. Oh, you beat me, Josh. Oh, you happy?
Okay.
But anyway, I'm going to try to watch it. I've only seen the Americanized version, which is a combination of is it 10? I think it's 10 movies. And they made the American version, which was one movie, which I love. And, but I think I'm going to sit down and try to watch all those.
Okay. Now, earlier we were talking about, or you had mentioned the new movie Frankenstein. Who directed that?
Guillermo del Toro.
Oh, speaking of Guillermo.
Oh, nice segue, John. Very good.
Thank you.
Which, by the way, don't see Gunslingers on Netflix, but Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is now on Netflix. Go see it.
Thank you, Johnny. I got to pay you for these. Johnny bought me a couple of movies. Speaking of the thrift stores, Pacific Rim, 2-disc set. Cool. Thank you.
And while we're on it, are you interested in that?
I've got a steel box of that.
You interested in that? I have two of these. I didn't realize it.
Don't think I have it.
Well, now
Sure,
you do.
I'll take it.
That one's yours.
That's The Departed. Jack Nicholson's great in that movie.
I've never seen it, but I keep hearing about it.
Oh, good. Don't say anything about it because there's a lot going on in that movie. So
Okay.
yeah, you'll enjoy that.
That one's yours. You don't have to give it back because I
Okay.
didn't realize I had two of them.
Okay.
That's the other problem with
DVDs is you just buy extra. I have
Exactly.
to, before I go buy DVDs, I have to take a picture of my DVD case and like I know what I have, but there are like some recent buys or whatever, like, oh, I have that already. Did I buy that last time I was here? You know. So
Do what I do. I make a list. I have certain authors that I like,
mhm,
and I've made a list of all their books.
mhm.
And when I go to a thrift store, I'm looking to, damn, I already got that one.
Yeah.
And I've done the same thing with my DVDs,
Uh-huh.
but I didn't realize I already had that one. So
Uh-huh.
anyway, now you have one.
Godzilla 2000, not 1998, which is the one I was talking about. We were going to do that today, but I forgot. But this is a good one.
I bought a collection pack of those. It's the different eras or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I've been trying to collect them, and they had that era of just all the films.
This isn't in that big
Didn't see
tall box set, is it?
No, that's
Okay.
not.
Anyways,
Criterion has the one of the 1950s to the 60s or early 70s.
yeah, that's a great box set too.
But yeah, they haven't done the newer ones. They're setting up to do because they did the Godzilla versus Violent or whatever.
Yeah,
So I think they're going to do another box set like that. But speaking of Criterion, they just started at 50% off sale at Barnes and Noble.
Oh, that's good to
yesterday.
know.
So I'm going to hit that today.
Yep.
See what I can get.
I am too. I got a $25 gift certificate burning a hole in my pocket, and that's perfect for it.
Mhm.
Because after going to see John Carpenter, I want to pick up the movies of his that I don't have. I don't have The Thing. How can I not own The Thing?
Yeah.
Silly.
You should get both.
Well, now that they're 50% off, I will.
Well, it's like when I bought my The Day the Earth Stood Still, one with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
It's on Blu-ray. When I opened it up, it had the original The Day the Earth Stood
Yeah,
Still.
when it first came out,
on
it was like that.
DVD.
Yes.
And it's like, oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Go back to that.
Yeah,
Pacific Rim.
it's a mistake though, because the original version is so much better than the Keanu Reeves version
Oh yeah,
that they probably shouldn't have included it. Go, this is what we made it from. Ooh, you made that from this?
yeah. The original with Michael Rennie is the.
It's a classic.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I remember going to the Fry's in Burbank, and you go in there, and they had the big giant Gork or whatever his name was, the robot,
Yes.
and they had a facsimile of the spaceship in that building. It was so cool.
What was that robot's name?
Begins with the G, Gork, or something like that.
I haven't seen that one in such a long time. I have it on
Sure.
Laserdisc though.
Oh, do you really?
Open up that Pacific Rim again. Now, remember I told you I think there was 2 or 3 discs in there.
2 discs. One's the movie and one's special features.
No. Open that one.
There's 2 discs on here.
Yeah.
Oh, one's a DVD and one's a Blu-ray.
Oh, it is a DVD.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I looked at it, I'm going, I had no idea because it didn't say what it was.
It's weird they're packed that way,
Yeah.
right on top of each other. It's not a good idea.
Unless somebody threw it in there. I don't know.
No, they what do they call those things? The all-in-one or whatever. Where there's a Blu-ray, DVD, and a digital copy. So it's
Anyway, you said you got to get me some money. No, you got to get me some booze.
dude.
And I don't mean stuff.
How much are you spending that? $1.50?
About?
Yeah, I'll give you the money.
No, I'd rather you bought
I
me
know
a beer.
you do.
Oh, we should
But
do.
I appreciate you doing it. So if you want a beer, I'll buy you a beer.
We should do a remote from $9.99. $9.99. They got good pizza. And
We're not going to discuss this on the air, but yeah,
but you need to try a rough edge.
yes, I do. The 999 is a
JohnyD.
tiki bar in Old Town Camarillo that's run by the people who own Pizza Man Dan's. But
Oh.
they use, and they admit this, and I don't want to use the term lower quality ingredients, but they use lower quality ingredients to keep everything at $9.99. So their cocktails are $9.99, their pizza's $9.99, and they'll tell you it's a bargain house. Come here to save money.
And it works.
And it's not bad. It is different. You know, you're not going to get a great cocktail there. You're going to get a good cocktail, but you're not going to get a great one. And the pizza is just a level down from Pizza Dan's usual stuff, but it's still good. It's fun. And it's a great place for kids because they got a nice little arcade built in there too.
Okay.
But yeah, so anyway, John made friends with the bartender there, and she made a drink.
She also bartends at the former Pirates in
Yeah.
Oxnard, which is a
I almost called you yesterday or Wednesday when I was heading back that way to see if you wanted to meet there for lunch because I was leaving Port Hueneme.
We should do that sometime.
Jeff, we didn't talk about this last week, but I'm going to put this in the intro somewhere. I love this picture of you.
Look at that. Yeah.
That was the horror night you went to?
Yes, I did. I went by myself.
Who took the picture?
Some guy. I don't know. They had an attendant standing right there to take pictures and stuff. So
Look at the shadow. It's kind of creepy.
yeah, it is kind of creepy.
Yeah, it's like Nosferatu took a picture of the psycho killer.
Yeah.
Either that
Don't
or
forget to smile.
The shadow. The shadow looks like Predator.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah, I so that part they had a scare maze on the back lot, and it was all Blumhouse, and I would say that was like the worst part of the night.
Was it?
Because like I was trying to take pictures of everything. I'm like, oh my god, we're walking through the airplane set, and they're like, you need to keep moving, keep walking, and I'm like, I can't take. Okay, but like, I don't know, just this certain scare parts there. It was just kind of like they just threw it there last second, and it wasn't really well done. And then in the middle of it, you stop at the Psycho House. So it's like Blumhouse, oh, Megan and Black Phone and the Happy Death Day, Purge, Psycho. Okay, Exorcist and all these other Blumhouse, Insidious, and it's like, okay, well, why? Okay, well, you know, like I enjoyed the Psycho thing because you walk right up to the house. That's the closest I've ever been to that house.
Isn't that it's a legendary house? It's just
What I like about that photo, it looks like the guy is photobombing you.
he has a knife, John.
And well, it still looks like he's photobombing you.
Yeah, I didn't know what else to do because I was like there by myself. I was like, okay, I'll just do the thumbs up and whatever. But
you want to see the ultimate photobomb? Ain't nobody ever gonna top it.
We've all seen this a million times.
Look at his visor.
Yeah, no.
It's like, yeah, there's a guy. Yeah.
Is it which one? Oh, that's not the one. I thought for sure you'd be showing the one with the Pennywise.
No, that's actually a good photobomb.
It is
too.
a good photobomb.
I have another one.
And I have another one where I was at the what's that sports place where you can buy ammo, guns, fishing gear? I got a big one in Vegas at Silverton.
Bass Pro Shops.
Yes, Bass Pro Shops. I'm in there one time and they have this looks like deer jumping out at you. So I whipped my phone out and I'm standing in front of them looking at my camera, and I get that look on my face like they're coming after me. So
You like to do those little photobombs.
yeah,
They're funny.
I want someone to do something like that at the Y.
A photobomb you at the
Yeah.
yeah. Well, we'll talk about that off air. So so the Horror Nights was pretty good.
It was fun, yeah. I don't get scared very easily. The entire night I was just walking through, like I like watching stuff and looking at stuff and just enjoying how they set up the mazes and junk. And I was going through they had a poltergeist house. It was set up exactly like the home, and then it would just like you'd walk through the kitchen, it'd be normal, and then you'd walk through another room and you'd do like a little loop and you'd come back through the kitchen. But it's a different kitchen, but it's all chairs are moving around and junk. And
This is at Universal.
yeah. And there was this room where, you go through the thing and it's all dark, and then this light up giant skull thing comes down, and it has like all the like weird fleshy flaps. You know how like when they go into the beyond or whatever, it's like it looks like the inside of a pumpkin because it's all fleshy and weird looking, and it like came out. And I was like, oh my God, wow. And the people behind me are just screaming their head off. And I'm like, wow, look at that. That's really neat. Wow, this light's really cool. Oh my God. And they're just screaming here. And I'm like, wow. All right. But that was the most of my night, was just like, oh my gosh, I'm like looking at all this stuff. And then, I did jump once, just like a little, oh, you got me. Cause they did like this jump scare like 3 times in a row. And I didn't think they were good. It was like in this spot where there's not really anything.
Yeah.
And this guy jumped out and I was like, oh, hey, you got me. Good job. And then I just keep walking. but it was fun. I got everything done by like 11 o'clock.
Was it busy? Was it like packed solid or just?
Yeah, but I did the thing where I bought the early access pass, which is about like $120, and you get into the park at 2 p.m. They don't start opening the mazes till 5, but they don't let the general public in till 7. So you can ride the regular rides. Since I was there by myself, I did single rider on everything. And then at 5, they opened up the scare mazes, and it was like 15-minute waits. But once it hit 7, it was like 40 to 3 hours.
That's a long time.
Yeah. So
if they're still if she's still working there next year, I'm going to see if I can get a pass. I have a connection to the tours.
Oh, there you go.
And I hadn't even thought about it.
You should ask, yeah.
And well, I've never asked them to get me a pass on there. But I might do it for that.
Yeah. I think I might go next year again. I'll try to go with people though, because it's more fun going with people than by yourself. Like I was just kind of like standing in line, like here I am.
Where's my phone? I need my
phone. But yeah, it's just this Halloween. Like my last couple of Halloweens haven't been great, and I've just been like they're just kind of boring. No trick or treaters come. It's just kind of like I'll put on a movie or whatever. But this year it was. I want to make sure I do like as much as possible. So, I did all the trick-or-treating. I did trunk-or-treating. I went and saw a couple of movies. I did the Warner Bros. Thing at the Universal. I did a ghost hunt thing at the Glen Tavern. Like, I tried to pack these last couple of weekends just to do it. And I feel like really fulfilled. Yeah, like
good.
It was a really good Halloween season for me.
Yeah.
How'd your daughter like the animal cookies?
She liked them.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Glen Tavern, Jeff was there recently to do some ghost hunting. We're going to add this spooky, look at that, spooky filter that they sent us there. So we'll leave that up there while Jeff tells us about the Glen Tavern. And now those of you who don't know the Glen Tavern Inn, is it historically protected?
I believe it is, yeah.
It's a hotel and there's a restaurant in there as well that is famous for its being haunted. They've had many ghost events there. That's where Sharon Osbourne had her incident when she was doing a ghost show there.
They talked about that.
And it's a place that everybody in our area knows as being haunted, and it's got a reputation throughout the world of being a haunted place that people go to. I've only been there for dinner. I've never stayed the night there. I have friends who have, and some have said they've had experiences and some have said they haven't had experiences. But you were there. What was the reason you were there?
They had a few ghost tours where basically they would just show you a little presentation video, and then they had the third floor set up. There's 8 rooms on the third floor, and they cycle you through 10 minutes through each room. There's a bunch of equipment in each room, and then you just kind of try to investigate. But each room has like a little story to it. Yeah, they did mention the Sharon Osbourne stuff and like the other people who had gone there to investigate. Yeah, it wasn't like a traditional ghost tour where they're like, oh, in this room this happened. It was just like, yeah, go in there, there's stuff, talk to the ghosts, see what you can catch. Oops, sorry,
that didn't bother me.
So you weren't there privately, you were there with a group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I didn't know that you could, like some places are a little weird about that sort of thing. I was like, man, maybe I do want to like try to shoot a video or there or something, but I didn't know that they've embraced the whole ghost hunting thing. And they like a lot, I was telling you guys earlier, a lot of the people who put on this thing were just people who just started going there on their own, and they met there and then they started doing more stuff together. But yeah, a couple of the rooms didn't really have anything. And like I actually debunked some stuff because using their equipment, like there's like electrical lines and whatever that run through the room. So they're like, oh, we're getting a hit on it. I'm like, well, okay, hold on. We gotta, oh no, there's an electrical line that runs through the floor. Like there's no one sitting in this chair. Just, this is what it is. So
they're all, dude, shut up.
Yeah, but I'm like a downer when I do ghost hunting and stuff. Like I need to, if a door creaks open, I'm going to spend 30 minutes at that door trying to recreate it. Cause like I want to make sure it's real.
You want to confirm that
Yeah.
that's
Because
authentic.
I tell a lot of ghost stories. I've had a lot of things happen to me. And if I'm like just going like, this ghost came through, and I'm like, no one's going to believe my stories. But if I go through everything and I'm like, okay, yes, this was weird. People have, I get more believability, which is nice.
Yeah, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Everybody should be that way, but a lot of people are just trying to sell it.
Yeah, exactly.
I just pulled up their history. It was built in 1911.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
And I don't know how true it is, but it says a national historic treasure in Santa Paula.
There you go.
Now that's on their website. So
it's on the internet. It has to be real.
Of course. It's a beautiful, beautiful building outside and inside.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sorry. Didn't mean.
Well, no, you're good. The third floor is kind of set up all weird. The first rooms 301 through 306 are on one side of the hallway, and then on the other side there's 307 by itself. On the other side of the staircase there's 308, which is like a giant suite. So they're sending us in little groups throughout these rooms, and there was one room I got weird feelings in, but that was about it. 306, they had an EMF reader which reads electromagnetic fields. And it was like a handheld one, and then there's one up on the bed. It was like a string of lights sort of thing. And how those work is it goes from lights green up to red the higher the electromagnetic energy is in there. And then they had a spirit box, which is this thing that goes through radio waves, just like,
I've seen those,
or whatever. And I'm on the other side of the bed looking at the string of lights, and this lady's sitting on the couch, and she has the EMF. She's asking questions, and all of a sudden, this thing goes to red. The lights on the bed go all the way up to orange, and then the radio stops working and just starts playing random music. And it's like, the guy comes in, he's like, this has never happened before. You don't know how to fix this. But it was like this surge of energy just came through and just,
wow.
Was that room 308?
306.
Okay.
307, there was a woman who was found beheaded back in the day in the closet. So automatically when we went in there, I was like, okay, I'm going to go in the closet, hang out. So I went into the closet, and I'm trying to do the feelings or whatever, and then I start getting this pain on the side of my head here. And then I turn around, and in the back left corner of the closet, that's where she was. Like, I didn't see a ghost or whatever, but I was just like, I know she's right here.
Yeah.
So I get out of the closet and I tell my dad, I'm like, go in there. Let me know what you feel. He goes in, he comes out, and he's like, yeah, I got a pain on the back of my head, like side of my head right here. And he's like, I didn't feel her. I'm like, no, go back in there. See if you can find out where she is. He goes back in, he comes out feeling even worse. And he's like, yeah, she's in that back left corner. I'm like, okay, great. So I'm talking to one of the paranormal investigators about that later. And she says that there was this psychic guy who came through, Chip Coffey, on that Sharon Osbourne episode. And he felt the same thing going into that closet, pain on the side of his head, kind of thing. So
interesting.
So I was like, do they know how she died? Because you don't just behead someone. That's kind of like a big thing,
Yeah.
Was she like killed before that or whatever? And they're like, yeah, we don't know. We don't have any info on it.
Yeah, I was actually thinking maybe somebody went at her with a machete, and one of the first blows was the side of the head.
Yeah, maybe. But it was just interesting that,
you guys figured that out. You both had the same. There's some confirmation for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 308 was the room that nothing happened in 308. That was the room that Sharon Osbourne had her thing, and they were like, "This is the chair she was sitting in when she had her episode." So I'm like, "All right, I'll sit
I'll go in
there."
there.
So who's brave enough to sit there? I'll just be there.
Yeah.
Oh, am I supposed to be reading this?
Yeah.
Oh, one of the ghosts named Calvin. Oh, one is of the ghost named Calvin. I'm not a good reader. Calvin was a cowboy that was gambling on the third floor. He was caught cheating at cards and received a bullet to the head in this dispute many years ago during a remodel. Cowboy hat was found in a crawl space with a bullet hole through it, and the hat has since disappeared. But Calvin seems to Calvin's room is room 308. It's $189 for to book that room.
I didn't realize there was a gambling parlor up there back in the day.
There was all kinds of. It was I'm trying to think of the right word because I don't want to say
brothel.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
Well,
it was a brothel and it was a gambling house, and it's been a lot of things throughout the years, and that's part of its.
Well, they talked about that cowboy
energy.
guy that was in there in 308. But when I went in there, nothing was really going on. And then,
which room's the Houdini room? I understand there's a Houdini room there. Did you?
I don't think that was on the third floor because
it may not have been.
Because there was another like a magician's group of like junk that they found. It wasn't Houdini. It was someone else.
Yeah,
Lafayette or something like that. I don't know. But they put all of his junk in room 304, I think, and we didn't get anything in there.
Yeah, that's as I said. I told you guys before the show. Joshua Landine stayed there for his honeymoon, and he was hoping he wanted the Houdini room because he's a magician.
Yeah,
and he was hoping to get activity, but he didn't have anything. So
301, they had a bunch of voice boxes and REM pods, which kind of let you know it's a proximity thing. If something comes close to it, it'll start buzzing or whatever. That nothing was going on at first, but then they were like, oh, you should ask questions. Here's the box. And I started asking questions, and then the box started saying my name and all this stuff. It was like, oh, what's my name? Jeff. And then the REM pods just started going up all the way.
That's kind of weird.
And the lady was like, oh man, the ghosts like you. I'm like, yeah, I get that a lot. So tour ends after we go through all the rooms. My parents are going down, everybody's clearing out, and I go back up the hallway by myself. No one else is in those other rooms except in the very back one. Someone is packing up, and I just wanted to feel, see if I felt anything or whatever.
Yeah.
And then coming back down the hallway, someone had left the spirit boxes on in the rooms, and in one of the rooms, I think it was like 306 or something, 305. Someone talked to me through the box and was like, hey. And so I stopped and I looked. It said, come here. Okay. So I go into the room. I'm like, what do you want? Nothing. And then I leave and it goes, come back. And I'm like, no, I got to go. Whatever.
No ghost's going to boss me around.
Yeah. It's like, you had your chance. You didn't say anything. I'm going. Then I ended up talking with some of the paranormal investigators there and like got their info and stuff like that. So they said they were going to let me know when they do more stuff there. So.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Let us know. Cause I'd like to do that sometime too.
Yeah.
That'd be very interesting.
Yeah.
So just to be clear with the audience and everything, none of this stuff was set up. They didn't have some guy in a closet calling you in the spirit box.
No, it's all the equipment, and depending on like how the equipment's set up, like any electrical waves can affect that stuff, especially like, the radio, the thing.
Sure.
Because it's just, cycling through AM or FM radio. So it's just it's a lot of it is pareidolia. A lot of it is like, you're just kind of reaching to figure out, there's like a word generator box and it'll just give you random words. And when she handed it to me, it was popping off 30 words, and maybe 10 of those words pertain to something that happened to me in the past. And I thought, is this thing talking about this other experience I had? Which freaked me out for a second, but then it's like, out of 30 words, it gives me 10 words that pertains to another thing, but like there's still 20 words that has nothing to do with anything, So it's all up to context, I guess, if you have multiple things that confirm, like if it's just one voice coming out of a spirit box, like whatever.
Yeah, but if it's calling you, hey, come here, that's kind of.
Yeah, or saying my name or whatever.
Your name,
yeah. But like it's kind of tricky. Like with me, it's 50-50 whether like I give believability to that or not.
Yeah.
Because I've had so many experiences, and a lot of the stuff when I've done that kind of thing, it's like, oh man, this is kind of hokey. Like everyone's just kind of leaning into it, and I'm not about that. Like I have to have that physical or visual or auditory, like something has to happen that's not connected to other things,
Yeah, I get that, because you watch a lot of those ghost shows and people are just reaching to get a show done.
Yeah.
And it always amazes me how, did you see that? What? I was off camera. It's always off camera.
Yeah.
Show me something on camera that I can believe that's not doesn't have a string attached to it or something,
Or it's like that. Oh, we got this amazing EVP that sounds like it's saying, help me, I am a dead person. And it's like,
yeah.
Huh? I don't
Got
get
the
that.
rhythm. I don't hear any voices. Yeah.
Show me the Blu-ray version of it so I can see the wire.
Yeah,
there you
exactly.
go. Yeah. Is that a cutout of Patrick Swayze in the back there? The ghost?
Well, next time that they do it, or when you hear from those people, let me know, because I'd very much like to do that, especially at the Glen Tavern.
Yeah.
Is there a book specifically about the haunting of the Glen Tavern?
One right there.
No, I mean, that's strictly about it, not a bunch of other stuff.
There was a guy, and I did talk with him actually. He wasn't there, but at another event, I did have a talk with a guy. He had a big book about this thick of different places here in California that are haunted. And I think the Glen Tavern, they were selling his book there at the Glen Tavern. That, he talked about that. He talked about a few different hotels, but it's not like, oh, I'm going to talk about 800 different places in this book. It's like he picked like 8 or 9 and then just did the extensive history and the ghost experiences there. Like, I think that Coronado hotel in San Diego is part of it. Glen Tavern
down there.
A couple others, but
next week we should have more ghost stories to talk about with any luck, because I'm going to the haunted museum up there. So we'll see how that goes. We're going, like I said, we're going at 10:30 in the morning. This time my brother picked, but I don't think it matters. I really would like to do the flashlight tour, where you just walk around with a flashlight. There's no lights. I think that would be really a good way to see it, but we don't have that opportunity. But anyway, so hopefully I'll have some experiences or feelings or something we can discuss.
Yeah, because I have had stuff happen to me.
Yeah, that's what we mentioned. We'll talk about yours versus mine.
Hey, here's a question for you guys. Whenever I'm watching like a movie or a TV show, which involves, crime scene investigation, or if it's a cop investigating a crime scene, whatever, and they go in there, instead of turning the lights on, they use their flashlight to look around. The lights work, but they use their flashlight looking for. Why do they use the flashlight?
I know the answer to that, because if the police department uses a person's electricity, they can be billed for it.
No.
So,
oh, I believed you for a second. I was like, wow, really? Huh.
No,
I've always wondered about that. I mean, does the flashlight pick up something?
Maybe it makes it more moody because it's like a crime show. I mean, in the same like the demon possession films, it's like they're always in the dark. You can't see any. Just turn a light on, open the curtains, whatever. You don't have to do the exorcism in the middle.
I hate dark movies that are too dark. Especially, and it's hard enough to watch them at home on TV, because no matter what you do, you got reflection somewhere. Yeah. But in a theater and you can't see it, it's inexcusable. In a movie theater, I should be able to see everything that's on the screen.
But I'm interested in now. Is the Glen Tavern in this particular book?
I don't remember looking up. Did you look at it?
I was looking through. I didn't see it.
There's an index.
Oh.
You know what I like?
You didn't memorize all 800 pages yet?
No.
You should.
Wow.
It just gives themes.
Look at the back.
Oh, hello.
That's where I found the Warrens.
That's a former library book.
Well, that's what they have at thrift
got
store.
This book here. Scott got me this book from Goodwill about ghosts.
Another thrift store find.
Yeah.
No, I noticed in the back, on the inside of the back cover,
the little pocket.
Yeah.
G.
Or would it be under T? The.
No, it should be under G.
Okay.
Doesn't look good.
Like I said, it is a very beautiful place.
It is. I understand that the most haunted place, is it in there or no?
Glendale, California.
Close.
John Glenn. Glowing entities. Nope, no Glen.
Look under Santa Paula.
S is after G. Hold on.
Last time I checked. Of course, in this day and age, they may have changed it.
I understand that the most haunted place in all of California is the Olivas Adobe.
Really?
That's what Richard Sennett said. He said by far it's the most haunted place. He's seen so much activity there.
I would think the Winchester House.
I've been there. I've been there too. I don't remember.
But that's supposed to be haunted.
Yeah. I remember I was at the Glen Tavern. I'm not the Glen Tavern, at the Olivas Park for an event, and I looked up in the window, and there was this figure at the window looking out at all of us sitting here, and it was just a solid figure, and I thought it was something else entirely. I didn't think it was a ghost or anything, but I took a picture. I sent it to Dr. Shocker, who is Richard Sennett's son-in-law, and I said, "Ooh, ghost activity at the Olivas Park Adobe," and he sent back. He goes, "That's a dressing dummy, you moron." And I knew it wasn't a ghost. It was funny. It was in the window like that, sitting there. But yeah, Richard Sennett says he's had all kinds of experiences there, very physical experiences as well. So, have you ever gone through that place?
I went through on a tour as a kid. I haven't done anything recently. I'd like to go back to do that. And like, there's a lot of places that I would like to revisit now, as opposed to like when I was a kid.
Yeah.
See if I pick up anything.
Now that your skepticism is
well, that and other things.
place.
We'll talk about that off air.
Okay.
But no, I'd like to go back. But like out of everywhere that I've done, like I think I've had, at least here in Ventura, the most experiences at the theater there.
Yeah.
In downtown.
I've heard much about the Majestic Ventura Theater.
Because I've gone there like maybe a dozen or so times to do investigations there, and there's all kinds of stuff there.
Yeah, my buddy Steve worked there, and he was there by himself one day. Everything was locked up. He's there by himself. I can't remember if it was late at night or early in the morning. It was probably very late at night or early AM. You know what I'm saying? And he kept hearing something, and he knew he shouldn't be hearing anything because he was there alone. And he started to walk back. He was up by the stage. He started to walk back towards the stage, and somebody walked across the doors there. You could see them walk across the doors. So he ran after him like, "Who is this person?" And of course there was nobody there. He says, "But I know I saw somebody that wasn't just like a figure, that was there for a second or a shadow or something. He saw somebody with their legs move and walk across there, and then there was nobody there." And that's just one of the things that he had experienced there.
Yeah. There's like a dozen or so ghosts there. There's somebody up in the green room where they have all the people wait to do the shows. There's somebody over by the bar. There's someone up in the ceiling. There's a hole in the ceiling that someone fell up through. If you look up there during certain time,
I think I've seen that. I've always wondered about that. Yeah.
If you look up there, you can see someone's face in there sometimes.
Oh, interesting.
There's someone up on the balcony. There's a projector room that has like a bunch of old 35 millimeter stuff, like projectors, all this old equipment. It's super cool being there. Like when I went in there, I didn't even care about the ghosts. I was like, can I just look through all this stuff for like an hour? There's a guy who's in there who used to be an old projectionist. And then there's another ghost that kind of roams the whole area. The list goes on. There used to be a boy who was up on the stage, but I'll tell you about that story later. Lots of stuff. Yeah,
interesting historic place, and I'm glad it's still around. I miss the fact that they're not doing movies there anymore, even though I guess occasionally they do.
Yeah, you have indie screenings.
Yeah, and certain parties and stuff like that. But
that'd be a nice place to screen first run.
Yeah, sure,
maybe. Yeah, I'll talk to the people.
Yeah,
because I know the people who own it. So
that'd be awesome. We'll
see.
Yeah, that'd be a great place to see it. I was going to play that, but you said to hold off. We're going to do it like every other week now, or do you have something to report today?
I mean, I shot some B-roll stuff. If you want.
Well, we can't do it without the intro.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Here we go.
Forget you.
And now it's time for the First Run Progress Report with filmmaker Jeff Genet. Okay, now
I got nothing. I'm just joking. No, I had some clips I had to shoot. Just what are those called? Not B-roll. Inserts. Yes, thank you. To get soda fountain filling up a drink, popcorn popping,
right,
whatever. Just some other stuff that I can't talk about, spoilers, but like something to give the scenes more context so you know what's going on, because some stuff didn't work, or I forgot to get the popcorn popping at the theater that night when we were shooting, to kind of help with that montage of everybody selling.
You need a lot of that for that scene, probably, huh?
Yeah, so it's like I don't have any of that, and I don't know if I can ask to go back there for 15 minutes to get that. I ended up finding a popcorn popper at my work, and I was just like, "Huh, I'm gonna steal this for a weekend. I'll just pop some popcorn. I'll bring it back." So I set it up in my garage, and I'm following the instructions. I'm like, "Man, it's been like a few years since I've used one of these." I'm like, "All right, turn everything on." They didn't clean it out. So it was like smoke started coming out of it. I was like, "Oh, that smells so familiar. It's like oven cleaner."
Oh.
Like they just sprayed this stuff in there, but there's still popcorn and junk in it. I'm like, "Oh my God." And the garage is filling up with smoke, and my wife comes out. She's like, "What the hell's going on?" She's like, "Is there a fire?" And I'm like, "Well, it might work if there's a fire." And she's just standing by the fire extinguisher. She's like, "All right, get your shot then." And so we turn off, we get the seeds and the oil and stuff, and we're like, "Well, this is where we're really going to see if there's a fire." We put everything in there, starts popping, we get the shot and everything. And
the alarm go off?
No, the alarm didn't go off, but like we were worried the whole time. We did 2 batches of popcorn in there, and we had to go run errands like right after. And I'm like, "I'm not leaving this thing here. I'm afraid that my wife's like, "It's unplugged. It's cooled down. It's fine." I'm like, "No, I'm not leaving this thing here." So I cleaned it out and I just put it in the back of my car. I'm like, "There, if it's lights on fire, we'll know."
Yeah, exactly.
So
Car's insured.
yeah. And my wife's like, "Do you think they'd notice if we like lit it on fire or whatever?" And I'm like, "I don't know. They haven't used it." So, we did those shots. I cleaned it out and I put it back in the closet, and no one knew
You didn't eat the popcorn?
No,
I
it
would hope
smelled
not.
like oven cleaner.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hope
you know.
not. Yeah. That's actually a good thing, because those machines are deadly for a reason.
Yeah.
Because you take them home and you start making popcorn and you can't stop making popcorn.
Yeah.
Because it's good. It comes out great.
How big is that machine?
Oh, it was big. It was about as tall as this table, like this tall.
About almost the size of the one that was at your old theater?
No,
Regency?
no, that one was bigger. So the kettle on that one is about that big, but the kettle at the Regency was about that big. Yeah. So you had to cook a lot of popcorn.
Yeah. Interesting.
Popcorn's dangerous. It just is. I mean, I eat a whole bucket when I'm at the movies.
Yeah, I almost bought another popcorn bucket last night. Predator. They had the Predator ship.
Yes,
with
I've
a little
seen
action figure. I'm like, "How much is that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's $40."
Yeah, wait till they go on
And
sale.
and I'm like I picked it up and I'm like, "Wow, this is really detailed." My friend's like, "Do you want to get it, Jeff? You should get it." I'm like, "Where am I going to put it?" And I'm like, "Well, it's an extra large. It'll give you a free refill." I'm like, "No, it's okay." And then my friend's like, "Well, I'm going to get a popcorn." I'm like, "Well, how much is that popcorn?" "It's $8." I'm like, no, it's okay. But,
have you seen the Tron bucket?
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm like, "How do you?"
That one's $80.
Yeah, how do you? It looks so like. How much popcorn fits in that thing?
It doesn't look like a lot. It looks like, doesn't. I mean, it looks like there's plastic everywhere. You'd fill it and it would.
Yeah, and it's like if it wasn't Jared Leto, maybe it'd be a little cooler. But fortunately, it's Jared Leto on that bike.
Well, that's just like your Jaws. Is that a popcorn bucket, or is that just
no? I got robbed on that. It's a bucket. It was a pail with a sign with the woman that gets vandalized. I love that bucket, by the way. But I wanted to get it refilled, and the region manager there was something. He was not just a regular manager; he's like a region manager. Said there's no refills on souvenir buckets, and I would have sworn that the sign said comes with one refill, but I didn't bother to go back and look. But then ever since then, every time you look at it, free refill.
Yeah.
So why didn't I get a refill? Because that guy is a jerk.
Now,
yeah,
the one that you bought at the
collection
Cinemark.
Yeah. That was pure luck.
Yeah, but that's not a bucket.
It is a bucket. When we went to the collection to see a movie, they had clearance buckets.
Yeah.
And they had the Jaws bucket with the shark cage. I didn't have that. $5 sold. Yeah. And where I put it, I'm like you. I have no idea. It sits on a shelf somewhere, amongst other things. But
you're going to end up getting
it's too cool.
A warehouse like I have.
I got a warehouse. I have as much stuff in my little room as you do in that entire warehouse. That's how bad it is. My office is.
Yeah. So I bought the Nosferatu bucket. It sits up in the garage on a thing. I bought an Alien bucket that's like the tube with the face hugger on it.
Yeah.
It's still in the box. I took it out a couple of times, but it's like, I don't have anywhere to put this. The Mission Impossible bucket, it's sitting in my room up on the printer. I'm like, I don't know where to put this thing.
Yeah.
You know, I still don't know how you would eat popcorn out of that thing in the movie theater, because you got to get the keys and you're in the dark, and it's like, oh, I got to get my popcorn.
I don't think that's the point. I think the point is they sell the buckets.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they thought of this, and anything that puts more money in theaters' pockets, I'm happy with.
Yeah.
And I only buy the buckets things that I really like. I as soon as they said Jaws was coming out for 5th, I knew I'm going to be buying buckets, and I did. The one I didn't get though that I wanted was the drink that was shaped like the barrels.
Oh, okay.
God, I wanted that so bad. But that was those were gone fast. Yeah.
Have you checked to see if they're on eBay or?
I have. I don't want to pay more than.
Yeah.
I've already. You could do a $25 bucket's going to go for $50 on eBay, and I don't want to do that. The
problem with the buckets though is that they're doing them for every single movie, and I don't think they need to do them for every single movie.
Well, I think they're learning that, because the Megan 2.0 buckets, they were the first ones to go on clearance. Yeah. And the Karate Kid bucket went instantly on clearance.
I didn't even know there was a Karate Kid bucket.
Yeah. And it's not Karate Kid 2, it's the Karate Kid makeup remake, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, you're right, because unless you're doing something clever that really ties into the movie, like the Mission Impossible box, what's the point?
Or the Dune bucket.
Or yeah, exactly. If you do something clever like that, that's smart, or that's a movie that like Jaws, that there's going to be people who are going to be buying it. And apparently there weren't that many, because the cage bucket was on sale for $5.
Well, some people buy these things so they can sell them.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember when?
But can you imagine paying $25 for that shark cage bucket, and now you can only get $5 for it?
What was that Castaway movie? When what was that?
The Tom Hanks movie?
Yeah.
And you get the antenna heads?
Yeah. The antenna balls. You got them at what was that movie house? Or
I thought you got them at a gas station.
No, I got them at a
it was a little Wilson ball that you put on your antenna.
Okay.
Where you could rent movies.
Blockbuster.
Okay. They were selling them for like 99 cents. I bought a bunch of them, and I started selling them on eBay.
I told him he was stupid. I said, you're an idiot. Nobody's going to buy those.
I think I have maybe 4 left someplace.
And he was selling them for like $20.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good markup.
Wow.
Yeah. And it's
movie souvenirs are fun. I love that kind of stuff. But that's the problem, because my office at home is loaded with all this memorabilia crap. Everything from the Kiss figures to Jaws figures to I got a dozen Godzillas hiding in there. It's and they just sit around.
Yeah.
But I can't say no.
Yeah. Like that's the problem. Like I see all this cool stuff online, and it's like, oh, special limited edition. Yeah. I need to buy that, but I have to refrain. The one time I only ever regretted not buying something was when Mondo Records put out the Aliens soundtrack back in 2017. They did a limited release, and they had the like green liquid filled vinyl. And they only ever did that once, and it was $70. I'm like, I don't have that right now. And then that's the one thing I regret not getting, because
I make you feel a little better. The problem with those things that are filled with liquid is the liquid dries and goes away.
Oh, well,
yeah.
There you go.
I had it wasn't vinyl, but it probably was vinyl, but it was like one of those drip bags they use at hospitals.
Oh, uh-huh.
And
IV bag.
IV bag. And inside of that was this CD that they had. I can't remember the band that was in it, but anyway, the CD was inside the bag, and this thing was sealed permanently. Because the blood obviously was separate from the CD, but that blood is all just gone away. It's all just vanished. It didn't leak out, just evaporated. Yeah, and I've got a couple of action figures too. One of them was Creature of the Black Lagoon. Same story. Liquid just vanishes inside. So if you still had it, it'd probably still play, but it wouldn't have the gunk in it anymore.
Okay, well,
I don't know that for a fact, but yeah, that's so. I'm trying to make you feel better.
It worked. It worked.
I have a Locutus.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Locutus.
Should get that checked
out. Drink container.
The Borg.
Yeah. Patrick Stewart as
Locutus.
Picard, who gets assimilated and he becomes Locutus. Lakutis, something like that. I can't remember what it's.
I think it's
Oh,
Locutus.
okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah.
And I think the only other, well, I probably have a few, but
That's the other thing. Star
Well-
Trek stuff at my house. See what I'm telling you? It's crazy.
what was that Abomination Godzilla movie?
Godzilla 1998.
The one with,
Matthew Broderick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
We'll talk about that next week.
Well, I have got it at, it's a cup holder that I got from,
Was it
Taco
Carl's
Bell.
Jr.
Taco
Taco
Bell.
Bell. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's
So I
even I have that, and I hated that movie. And
That's a neat.
it's a cool holder. It is.
You know, why don't they do that anymore?
I don't know.
It'd be great.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, you look at some of the, I can remember going to McDonald's and getting action figures in the Happy Meals.
Yeah.
Now you get, they're not even trading cards. It's junk toys.
Yeah, but how many of the original Universal Monsters Happy Meal toys do you have?
I didn't even know they had those.
I didn't either.
I have the whole set. See, that's the problem. I keep all this crap. My wife always tells me, you need to get rid of some of that crap. That room's insane. And I think I should sell it on eBay. And then Josh comes over and goes, no, you're not selling it. This is all mine. I'm like, okay.
No, okay, here's what you do. Talk to your mom, raise the roof, and put a second floor for all that
Dude,
stuff.
our attic is huge. You could put a whole other room up there easy.
Well,
And,
there you go.
and I've dreamed, it's more of a fantasy, but I've dreamed of building a spiral staircase that leads up in there. And I could build an entire office up there, but it would look like my office downstairs. So what's the point?
I wouldn't do a spiral. I'd get like a dumb waiter that's big enough for you to get in and go up.
With the strings.
You know what though? I love spiral staircases. I think
you
they're
can do
just
that,
so
too.
cool. There was one at the hotel we stayed at in Palm Springs, and I would make excuses to I'm going to go up and look at the books. I don't know. It's weird. I just love them. They're just cool.
Speaking of books, how is your novel writing month going?
It's going very well. I'm at 15,000 words already, so I got 35,000 more to go. But it's only the 8th, and I haven't written today, so it's fun. I'm writing a book that I know you saw Working Man.
Mhm.
Did you see a Working Man, the Jason Statham movie?
Yeah, I did.
I'm sorry. And
The best part about that movie was Jason Statham.
of course, yeah. It could have been so much better, but they got on. I don't know. Anyway, those are based on a series of books by a guy named Chuck something. And I bought all the books on Kindle because they were on sale for $1 a piece, and there's 10 of them, so I bought all of them. And I was reading them, and they're just pure action. The story's there, but it's just pure action. And I thought, I'm going to write a pure action book. So I'm having a blast writing it, but anybody who's read my previous stuff is going to be a little freaked out because it's bloody, gory, and vile. But what the hell? And then I've got a horror movie I'm going to write for Jeff.
Nice.
So
So speaking of books, did you know that on Amazon.com you can buy the completed collection of
it's not
R. Scott
complete.
Bolton
What am I
books?
dead?
Well, the early editions of R. Scott Bolton's books. My favorite being Dead Dick. The most current one that's available is Bowling Bag in the Back Seat.
Which, by the way, I got a great review on. The person said it was the best book I'd ever written. Thanks, Mom. Go ahead.
But there is a plethora of books.
You're getting closer every week.
Yeah. So anyway, even though Halloween is already passed, there's a great scary book called Neath, and it's fantastic. Most, if not all, of R. Scott Bolton's books are about or take place, start out, end in places in Ventura County, California.
That's true.
So anyway, go to Amazon.com. And if you have Amazon Prime, you're going to get free delivery. Some of the books are paperback, some are hardback, and I think all of them are Kindle.
They are. And that's another thing people will find surprising about the new book. It's called Mama Bear, by the way. And it's because it takes place in Wyoming.
Does any
More
of it,
guns in Wyoming.
yeah, does any of it start out or end in Ventura?
Not yet,
Oh, okay.
but I got 35,000 words to go. So anything's possible at this point. All right, we are out of here, folks. Next week, we do have Is It As Bad As They Say It Is? And we've all talked about what it is, then I'll tell you now. It's Godzilla from 1998. I did rewatch it. picked it up at a thrift store for $2 and thought I'd give it another chance. And we'll let you know how that chance went next week. And also we'll talk about the haunted museum, which I'm very much looking forward to. My mom is very thankful there's no jump out scares there because she doesn't want to deal with those. We'll figure out what else we talk about next week as well. And maybe we'll have an update on First Run. You think you'll get some work done this week? I know you've been really busy.
We'll see. I hope so. I would like to do some more work on it,
Yeah.
but I'd also, like to go see it more than one movie.
Yeah.
Which is what I wanted to do this week, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see what happens. Wait,
Yeah.
actually, I got Tuesday off.
There you go.
And I'm off early on Monday because it's a teacher work day. So you know what? I might be able to
There you go.
squeeze something in. We'll see.
Several movies in there.
Yeah.
That's right. This coming Tuesday is Veterans Day.
Yeah.
I did watch a movie real quick, and we'll get off this. It's the perfect example of why movies should be in theaters and not on flat screens. It's called the Lost Bus, and it's Paul Greengrass wrote and directed it. It's Matthew McConaughey and America Ferrera, and it's about the fires in Paradise, California, that took place a few years ago, wiped out the entire town. And he's a school bus driver, McConaughey, who has to pick up 22 kids at the school who can't get a ride home. This especially would apply to you seeing this.
That sounds interesting.
And he's trying to get out before the fire gets to them, and things get rough. And it's based on a true story. They've made a couple of changes that I've read about, and I'm okay with the changes. Greengrass likes to tell the stories as they are, but sometimes you have to take some poetic license in order to make these things work. And I'll tell you off air what the things he does were. But this movie should have been in theaters. And I don't think it ever was in any theaters. I think it just plays on Apple TV because it is, if you saw this on a big screen, it would scare the living hell out of you because the fire is a beast. It's a monster in this thing. And it's after these kids in a bus. And the way it's shot with all the fire around and everything, it would be terrifying in a theater where you can't get out. You got to stay and watch the movie. At home, you can always hit pause and then ruin the whole effect. But if you watch that movie in a theater, I'm telling you, it would chill your blood.
I haven't heard of that.
I agree with you. There are certain movies out there that should be seen on a big, giant movie house theater.
The Lost Bus is one of them. It's very well done. And like I said, if I'd seen that in a theater, it would have been very disturbing.
Big question. What have you heard about the Cinerama Dome?
Just that it's planning on reopening soon. That's all I've heard. I don't know anything else about who's involved or anything.
They were going to talk about that on KFI, on Tim Conway Jr.'s show on Thursday, I believe it was. And I missed it. So
I'll tell you what, I'll be making many trips down there because while that theater's open, I'm going to go see whatever I can there. It's still my favorite movie theater ever.
Have you ever seen a movie in there?
Nope.
Oh, dude.
We'll go for sure.
Yeah, that'll be a trip for all three of us.
No, you're not going. But
Wait, what?
yeah, I saw Jaws there. Of course, name a theater I haven't seen Jaws at. And it was like a brand new movie.
The Osage.
It was a completely different experience. It's incredible. What'd you think?
The Osage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw it there before they split the screens into 3.
The Osage
Yeah.
Theater in Bartlesville, Oklahoma.
It's 3 screens now.
No, it's not. It's a parking lot.
Yeah, they show them from space.
Oh, no, they made a drive-in out of it.
Yeah. That was a better
The
answer.
theater, speaking of theater, old theaters, the one that's on Oxnard Boulevard, downtown Oxnard, where Davis used to work. He was the projectionist there. Now, I know it's not a movie
Cliff
theater
Shuey used to
anymore.
live there. I mean, he used to work there too.
I didn't know that one.
I have a great Cliff Shuey. I'll tell the story before we go. I know I keep extending things. Okay.
But I'm wondering, I don't know when's the last time they showed movies there, but I can almost imagine what their projection room looks like, unless they had already upgraded it to digital stuff.
Yeah, I don't know either. Cliff didn't work there. He worked at the theater that was on the main road there. And one night he got out there like 1 a.m. or something, and he's going to his car, and this woman approaches him, and she pulls a knife and says, "Give me all your money." And Cliff's all, "I don't want to get stabbed, so I'm going to give her all my money." So he hands her his wallet. She runs off. So Cliff got to his car and he's in his truck, and he was sitting there and he's thinking, I shouldn't have given her. Why did I do that? Why did I just hand her my money? I mean, she had a knife, but she just robbed me. He's getting madder and madder and madder. So he starts driving around town, And he goes to that other theater, the one that you're talking about.
The one on
Yeah.
Oxford Boulevard.
And that woman's standing out front. Now, my wife tells me I shouldn't tell this story, but I think it's great. So Cliff parks his truck, gets out of the car, walks up to the woman, punches her in the face, drops her to the ground, takes his wallet back.
Oh my God.
And got in his truck and drove away. He said, I don't know what happened to her, but I wasn't going to give her a chance to pull her knife. Just went up, punched in her face,
And
knocked her to the
everything was still
ground.
in his wallet?
Well, yeah, because she hadn't been able to go anywhere yet. So, and to me, that's karma. That's what you get. You pull a knife on somebody, he's going to punch you in the face.
Mhm.
And anyway, I love that story.
Whatever happened to Cliff?
He died.
Oh, he came to our show a few times.
Cliff was a good guy.
Yeah.
He was a projectionist.
The theater that he worked at, was that the one that's on, is it A Street? It's a corner theater,
No,
which is now it's like an indoor swap meet type place.
no, not that one. It's the one on the main drag. I can't remember the street.
Well, the only one I can think of in Oxnard Boulevard is that, I want to say Tahona, just up the street from what used to be the pawn shop.
There's like 9 pawn shops there, but that's probably it because there's a pawn shop there where I had an incident.
That's the only one I remember that
That's the one he worked
Davis
at.
worked at.
Oh, projections can't work 7 days a week.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Because I know he was in the union and they used to send him around to a bunch of different places.
Yeah, they protected him from that at first. They
Yeah.
made sure they stayed in the same theater, but then they had to, when they started looping the films together, then
Mhm.
and then you guys end up building the films yourself, right? At the
Yeah.
Regency over there.
Yep.
So they didn't use projector. All right, we're out of here. This time I promise. We'll see you next week. We'll talk about Godzilla. We'll talk about the Haunted Museum. It's very hard not to say Haunted Mansion. Haunted Museum and
Other things.
other things. And we may be in our new studio because if I win a lot of money, I'm going to buy and build a studio. So
Oh,
I'll let you guys know.
It would be a
So we'll see you here next
would
week.
be
That's
a
what I'm saying.
quick build.
We're not going to build it. We're just going to buy it.
Oh yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah.
Of course, I haven't checked my lottery ticket from last night, so it might be sooner than you think.
I'd be okay with that too.
I don't have any money. I'm a bus driver.
You need to
But,
play the lottery.
So
It's doing so well for John and I, as you can
Yeah.
tell.
go to your local theaters.
Go see Predator Badlands. I've heard good things about it. Jeff liked it.
And Frankenstein.
Frankenstein is this weekend. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it as theater-like as I can. I'm going to wait probably until Shelly's asleep. Turn off all the lights. Close all the windows and doors so it's quiet, and all I can and watch the movie and just watch it like as close to a theater experience as I can get, because I know it's going to be gorgeous.
Move
Oh,
your
you're gonna
chair
have to-
close, get popcorn.
Yeah, exactly.
Do the popcorn.
Oh yeah, the popcorn. So, all right. See y'all later. Bye.
Later.
Brought to you by The Grape, Ventura County's premier jazz venue and cocktail lounge, located at 2733 East Main Street in Ventura. For menu and music schedule, visit them online at thegrape.club. This has been a Rough Edge Studios production.